I'm gonna start recording now. So welcome to Maximize Your Membership. This is our membership orientation class. We do this once a month. My name is Lynn Pelzer. I'm the COO at FemCity, and I'm really excited to share this each month because either you might be here because maybe you're brand new, you've never started any kind of membership with FemCity. Maybe you're on the 30-day trial and kind of finding out what the benefits would be. But I'm going to share that for you or for anyone who has a new membership and they might be thinking, how am I going to get the most out of this? Because if you're going to spend your time and money here, you want to get the most of it. So give me 1 second to going to be sharing my screen here in a moment and starting right into our session. So we're going to share some top ways to get started and also a bit of the website because you can see where to find things. Often people don't know where to find things or sign up for things when it's brand new because the website has a lot. We realize that. So I'm going to start sharing that. And hello, Gail. Hello, Marisol. And hello, Gail. We have two Gails on. Oh, no. We have two. It's the same person, I think. So hello, Gail. Let me start sharing my screen. And there we go. Hopefully you can see that there. I also see we've got a chat going. Marisol says hello. Nice to have you on today. So I'm just going to go right to the beginning here. I was already on, of course, the FemCity website.
Okay, well, I can't get this to work, so I'm going to click out.
Gail, are you not able to hear or see? Let me see. I'm going to just send a little message in our chat here to ask you, Gail, can you hear me? Yeah, just checking if anyone else can hear me. Let me know. Hopefully you can. Okay, I will continue on, and we are going to go right into the website and what we have for you today. So a few things about FemCity, if you might be brand new here, we are a women's organization. We are for women. That's what people say, who could be part of FemCity? All women. We are pro-woman. That's who we're for. And we are about relationship building. We want you to be able to build your business, your relationships, your connections, and yourself. You'll see that we do some personal development as well as business development and host local events and networking events for you to be able to connect with other like-minded women. So I'm going to skim through a couple of parts that are less important on the website right now so that it's not too overwhelming and kind of get to the stuff that I really want you to see. So if you just when you're clicking through, you'll get more information about our memberships here. We've got lots of information here about Violet, who is just on. You can find out more about her, our sponsorships, our DIB commitment, all of the locations. If you're wondering if we have a FemCity location, this is where you would click, and I just want to show it to you in case you are pretty new to know how you would also reach out to the president of that chapter if you wanted to ask them a question. So here they are. So our virtual US, I'll use this example, Jennifer Melville. If you click here, you'll be able to send her an email. If you click here, you will get to the webpage that is specifically for this chapter, which is the virtual US. And virtual US and virtual Canada, we have both, and they are specific. They are their own chapters. So they're for everyone who doesn't have a local chapter. They don't have a place they can go in person because we don't have a FemCity there yet. We hope to have them in all the places that it's needed. But for some there isn't. So here's where you can find details, register for an event, so on your local chapter. So I wanted to just do a quick one on that. Let's get us back. You'll see a few other things here that are probably not as important to you at the moment. Starting with FemCity, if somebody's interested in filling out an application to launch a FemCity in their area, they would fill out an application there, and then it comes to us, and I'm the person actually that they'll speak with first. Then we have our members portal. And please, if you have any questions, I will check the chat as well as we're going along. We have a members portal. So right now, you're either not a member at all. You may be on a free 30-day trial, which means you're looking at the business local membership information, or you might be a business member, or you might be a founders global member. These are our different membership levels. And so they do have some different items. But today we are talking about the business local membership. Violet, who you just saw, she does also something like this about the founders global membership because it is a very different membership. It is a more specific membership. It is our higher priced membership that has a lot of attention to detail that I'm spending time with Violet as well. So I'm going to click on the local business membership portal. So here is where you would go. This is where, if you are a business member, this is where you will go to find so many things, mostly everything that you would need to know. There's a welcome guide here. And I encourage everyone to kind of go through that if you haven't, because it does give you a whole bunch of great ideas, things that we're talking about today of how to maximize your membership, where to go, what to do. But there's three things I'm actually going to show you. Those two, but I'm going to show you here first. We have all that's going on is down here as well, all of the classes. So if you want to look at a library of classes, these are all included with your FemCity membership. We have many, many, many hundreds. If you want to take a class and learn something about, could be branding, could be marketing, it could be something that is personal development, you'll click here. I'm not going to go into it right now, but you'll click here and you can do a search for the topic. And if there isn't a topic, if we don't have a class on the topic, we'd love to hear what you're looking for so that we can find an expert to teach that and add it to our library. So let me go back up. I get dizzy. So here, you may have been here when you registered for today. So if I click on this, it's going to bring up a calendar. So when you want to register for anything that's happening inside of FemCity, not your local event, because I'm going to show you that, like that's your local chapter event. This calendar is for everything else we're doing. So for example, today, this is what we were doing. So there's me, and you would click here to register for that. So you can see all of the other things we have happening like that each day. We generally don't do anything on Friday, some things on Thursday, always Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So there's lots of things to plug into there. So I encourage you to have a look around. Violet does a master class at the beginning of the month. It's always excellent. Click down here. We have the Get to Know the Founders Circle that I was mentioning to you. So similar to today's, but talking about that other membership level if you're interested in that. And we have a mentorship each Monday. So each one of these, you will see it's a different expert who is going to be able to answer questions for you. So if you have some business questions or something you want to bounce off someone, have them have a look at something with you, give you some ideas. This mentorship, it's free. It comes with your membership. I would suggest you go in and try that too, but you do need to register for it. Okay, let me just go back. I do want to show you your local events. So if you belong to a chapter currently, you would have chose that when you signed up. If you're signed up, you'll get an email about the events that are happening for your chapter. But if you somehow, don't have the email and you want to come onto the website to look for it, you can have a search right here. So you can put in the search bar your city. Let's say it's Albuquerque, and you'll see that there is a place to register for the event. There's some details. And if you're not a member, you can't see all of this. Okay, so this is members only area. And then there'll be a place to register for it. And each chapter has their own things going on. So different things happening during the year. We do have some signature kind of events that we do. There's always some networking time, time to be together, often learning time. Some locations have something that includes like a lunch or food, and some don't. Some are doing experiences together and doing fun things where they're getting to really build their connections through that as well. So kind of fun. You'll have to reach out to your chapter leader about that. And that's mostly what's in that portal. The one other spot I want to show you is your account. So you're gonna see my stuff, but you'll get what it is. If you click on this, this is where it shows your membership. Of course, I have all of them, so I can see everything and access all things. But here you can upgrade your membership. So let's say you have the 30-day free trial and you want to upgrade ahead of time. Maybe there's a promo, you want to get that discount. You can go in there and do that. You can also downgrade it to a different level of membership, and you can also cancel. We don't want you to go. We hope you don't want to go, but you can here cancel your plan just with a click as well. You can also update your payment method for when if you're renewing the next year. And you can also view here your charge history. So this is where you can print off like your invoices if you'd like to do that as well. I know I get that question a lot. You need to change your email address, your password, all of that is right here in your profile. So again, it's kind of this button. Excellent. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and come back to just see you for a minute. Thank you, Marisol. You're still here with us. I want to now just hit on, and then I want to see if there's any other questions. I'm going to open up the chat so I can hear you. Okay, or so I can read your questions. The three ways that I want to give you to start with, if you're not doing these yet to maximize your membership, is number one, get onto a local event. So if you have a local event, book that and get it in your calendar so that you know maybe it's the second Tuesday of every month, like how we do this. A lot of them are on repeat the same day of the month. So put it in your calendar, get connected, make sure that's how you're going to really build those connections with other women is just being there all the time. And they're exciting and they're fun. You're really going to enjoy it. So I'd say number one is to do that. Number two, if you aren't already a part and if you've joined, you would have been prompted to join this, but maybe you haven't. On Facebook, if you use Facebook, we have the FemCity community Facebook group. We have over 3,000 members in that group. And inside that group, it's not a lot of spam. So it's not, you're not going to get, a million notifications of things. People are keeping it respectful, not to just use it as selling all the time, but it rather connecting. So we do have activities in there where we want to be able to connect. So we have an opportunity once a month to do coffee chats. So people outside of your local community, anywhere in FemCity that are part of that Facebook group, you can book coffee chats to do some networking. We have gratitude shout out day. We have an Instagram, like follow for follow sort of thing. We have one for LinkedIn as well. And as well, we also post what's coming up for the week in FemCity there. So it's a great resource to have if you're a person who's on Facebook a fair bit. The other thing I would highly suggest is coffee chats. And so whether you are doing them inside that group or in your own local group, try and schedule something every week. If you're new here, like maybe once a week for the first couple of months, and get to know a few people really well. Just 20 minutes on a coffee chat, just for not as a sales call, but just as an opportunity to get to know each other and see how you can help each other. The most beautiful relationships are formed here at FemCity. And after 9 years of me being with FemCity, I started off leading a chapter in Toronto. And I'm amazed at the relationships that I still see going from that 9 years ago. It's really, really beautiful. And I see a question. I'm going to answer that in one moment. So I'd also like to mention that we have a virtual networking every Wednesday. It is at noon. I'm sorry, it's at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesdays. And there's a maximum of 25 people allowed on that Zoom, but it's from femmes all over the world. So mostly it's Canada and US, but we do have people coming in from other countries as well. And you get to connect in a very different way. So in addition to your local, networking that you're getting and all those connections, you also can do this through the virtual as well. So I really encourage you signing up for one. Just give it a try. See if it's something you like. It's fairly quick. It's an hour or less, depending on how many people are registered and on. Could be 40 minutes. But you get in and you get quickly able to connect with some people and see if there's some people you really want to, have further connection with afterwards. So, and it's actually a really beautiful thing. We do gratitude shout outs. It's quite lovely. So those are my top things I would say. In addition, we have a directory. You get to fill out your directory information so that other women can find you and find your business. There's my dog shaking her ears. And we have a conference that's coming up in Miami. So if you're interested to come to a conference, it's all about wealth with soul. There's going to be about 150, 175 max, I think, people at this conference. It's going to be amazing. That's on November 1st. You can find that on the website too. Great place to meet other women, plus have a very beautiful experience. So I just want to give that a little plug. If you want to come there, Violet and I will both be there. Marisol, I'm going to read this question. Not sure if it's a place to inquire. I've noticed local events are all paid at higher price points. Do you know if we can look forward to any future events that are either free or lower ticket? Okay, so for business members, we're talking about, question is about ticket pricing for business members. So for each chapter, it is different. Some chapters and different cities, whatever they can do to provide an event at the best ticket price they can, that's what they do. Some of them do have some free events. And if you're part of the chapter that doesn't have a lot of free events, it would be really awesome to even just make a suggestion there because there's so many great things. And I think the chapter leaders would also love to hear that. So I know some groups are doing like net walking where they're getting together to do net walking and there's no cost. Bring your bottle of water. They're doing things where it's like at a coffee shop. Some other groups, I know in certain cities, there are cost restrictions. I know here for me in Toronto, it's so expensive to have lunch anywhere. And the restaurants, it's kind of, the ticket pricing goes on that. So the chapter leaders are the ones who organize all of those, and they're trying to get the best deal they can to pass on to the members for sure. So I love the idea of having some free ones. And Marisol, because you asked that question, I do trainings every month with our presidents, and I'm going to talk about that with them too, and give them a few good ideas if some of them don't have any that are coming up, just to make it really easy for everybody to be able to access certain things, because I totally understand it's not always where you want your money to go to, different things. You want to be able to get and connect with people and not have a high price point. I get it, and we really all strive to have that happen too. So I hope that answers your question. Yes, yes, great, thank you. You're very welcome. All right, so that's it for our membership, maximize our membership. And if that's all the questions that we have right now, we've recorded this. I know people that registered that aren't here, or maybe you came on early. And I very much apologize if you're watching this and I wasn't here on time. We definitely strive to be on time. We had a problem. So I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad if you're hearing this in the replay. You can also reach out to me. If you have a question, you can reach out to hello@femcity.com, and we will have like a customer service type of answers for you there. Or if you have something very specific you want to ask about, you can reach out to me. It's lynn@femcity.com, LYNN@femcity.com. I'm happy to get you connected with what you need. We want you to get the most out of your membership. We want you to have value here, and we want you to be able to connect with other women and have such a great experience that we know so many are. So thanks for joining. Bye.